guys, 4 Up Gaming. We're back. It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks.
Been enjoying the summer, doing other things. So
yeah, definitely.
We're back with a 2,000 point Kings of War bat rep, and doing something a little bit different for you. You're trying
his army.
Trying with my
the Undead. I play his army. He doesn't like how they play. It's not his play style. So I figured I'd give him a shot. Get him out of his closet. Test him out.
That sounds so bad. Yeah. I used to play this army in fantasy. We played GW Fantasy, and loved how it played in that game. Not so much in this one. So yeah, it's good to see them on the board again. Sadly, it's the only army that you have that's not painted, though.
It's your army.
So. I know. It's my army that's not painted, so it's not his. So forgive him. We have them against the Elves. I have a new 2,000 point list. I've been playtesting them, as you guys know, for a little while, so I kind of like where they're at now. It's nice. It will be nice to see them against the Undead, something a little different.
Yeah,
I've never played. Yeah, I've never played against them. So it'll be nice to see what happens. We do have some counts as models on the board. Any of you guys that have watched enough of our pat reps know that unfortunately we just don't have the money to have.
We just try so many different things.
Yeah, we do
it's impossible to buy every model for everything we try. We like using for like one game. That doesn't work.
Yeah, we literally have to buy every model for every game. So we're gonna have some counts as. I'm gonna have some of my kit bashed zombie trolls counting as forest shamblers, and we are going to have Vargeist counting as wraiths.
This is pretty much all counts as. So
well, you got some zombies.
Yeah,
where zombies are
there we
supposed
go.
to be.
We got the one zombie.
And revenants. Yeah, I mean we'll go over the army so you guys will know what's what. We tried to make them at least easy to tell based on sizes or due to the banner, so we know what's what.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just have some models on the table rather than use cardboard.
Yeah, we're trying to actually at least have models on the board. Yeah. So, other than that, we've set up terrain already. We got the scenario loot.
Yep, we got our 3 loot counters across the center.
That'll be a good scenario.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a little bit challenging for both of us, actually. I mean, I know I have some cav, but you've got some flying models. I know once you pick up a loot marker, though, you lose flying.
Yeah.
But and then I lose my speed. We both lose speed.
Yeah. Go to 5.
Go to 5. Yeah, you go to 5. So it'll kind of even out there. I definitely can't take a rear from the wraiths, so that'll be bad. So I'm gonna have to pick and choose what I do there. Other than that, though, yeah, we're gonna get started with this game. We're gonna show you guys the army layout, how we deployed, and then I think I have first turn.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, tell me what you got.
All right, so for Eric's army here, we got a unit of mummies, a little troop of mummies, unit of troop of wraiths, mummies, again troop, revenants, horde, mummies, troop, the pharaoh, not on horse, unit of zombies, unit of revenants, or hordes, both hordes, troop of soul reaver infantry, troop of wraiths, troop of mummies, So a lot of mummies.
There are a lot of mummies.
Yeah. A lot more troops, trying a little something different. I usually don't use troops in any of my armies. So we'll see how they work out. It seems like the strength of the Undead more than the hordes, surprisingly. So yeah, I like it.
I like the list build. It's definitely something different.
Yeah. It's a lot of units.
It is a lot of units. There's 13 of them. And then just so you guys are aware, like the unit with the banner up front there, those are zombies, right?
Yep. And the little troop with the banner is the soul reaver infantry. Every other little troop is mummies.
Cool. And then do the zombies have war gear at all?
No war gear.
Okay. But just so we know, the banner up front, that'll let us know. The other ones are revenants. So that gives
That's kind of how I used to decipher the units.
Exactly. And all the troops are mummies.
Except for the one with the banner, which is
That's right. Soul Reaver infantry. We're gonna have fun with this. And then the Vargeists. We understand that wraiths are not large infantry, but
the base size is actually
very close. Yeah, the footprint is very close. So if any of you guys have problems with that,
and they're flying units, so it's a flying unit.
Yeah, we understand that they're not large infantry, but that's what we have to kind of make them stand out on the battlefield so that we both know what they are and both don't get messed up. So that's what we have. Deployment looks like you favored your left flank a little bit and more in the middle. So
just kind of covering it, trying to keep the bubble with the Pharaoh.
Yeah, definitely. The Pharaoh, I'm sure he's got regen.
Crush strength 2, I think.
Yeah.
Surge.
And then Surge, there we go. Surge, what, 12, 8?
Surge 6, I think.
Surge 6?
Not
Okay.
very much.
Okay. It's something.
Yeah, something.
Better than Does he have War Gear at all?
No warrior.
No War Gear. Okay.
Oh yeah, yes. Healing charm.
Oh, nice.
Healing charm.
Nice. I fucking hate that. I hate that. Oh, by the way, this is a grown-up adult battle report, so yes, there is going to be cussing. For any of you guys that are wondering about that, we got a little bit of crap on one of our podcasts about our cussing. So I'm making that as a note right now that we are adults and we do cuss. So anyway, we'll go ahead and show you guys what we got for the elves. All right, so here's my elves, 2,000 points. Over here on my far flank, I have a regiment of Stormwind Cav with Diadem of Dragonkind. I've got a unit of Tall Spears with Brew of Sharpness. I have a unit of Archers with Brew of Keen Eye. I have an Elf and Mage behind them with Bane Chant, I believe. I'll check my Bane Chant. I have another regiment of Stormwind Cav with Caterpillar. I have the Green Lady right next to them. And up here I vanguarded 2 units of Forest Shamblers, 2 hordes of Forest Shamblers, and a regiment of Hunters of the Wild. And then hiding behind the wall over here is Argus Rodinar. So as I try to spread out a little bit more, mostly because I have the speed to do so.
Yeah.
And we're going to try and see just how quickly I can grab some loot counters. All right, we have loot scenario, so I figured that vanguarding almost half my army, three units would be a good thing to do. It would give me a good push on that left flank there. Surprisingly enough, Tom spread himself out on his right flank and didn't really do anything with the left flank, so I figured I was going to capitalize on the fact that there are 2 forests over there and move my stuff that I know can go through forests up in there and try and get that initial really good push on that first objective. Maybe try and get him to change his mind on how he's going to use his units and devote more to his right flank than he thought he was going to. That's really what this first turn was all about. Was just really, I wasn't even focused on getting the objective necessarily as it was pushing that side and forcing the issue on his right flank. All right, well that was very painless, I guess. Painless, we'll say.
Yeah, first turn.
Just moving, yeah. I got my vanguard of my units, so I'm trying to push that left flank, or your right flank, I guess. Trying to get close to that loot counter there. Haven't decided yet, though, if I'm gonna have somebody pick it up or if I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. Trying to support those units as well. I'm trying to get more synergy with my armies. I'm trying to support units because I feel like I'm getting my ass kicked when I don't.
That's the way to do it. You gotta have backup support.
Trying to.
Counter.
I'm trying. I'm trying as best I can. Moved up my archers just to kind of get next to that obstacle. Yeah, I moved up the tall spears with them, and then I shifted over my cav, pretty much because I wanted to get around this rock. So I want to have a clear shot. The hill is not hindering, and it's height 1, so I can see over the hill because I'm height 2. So I just want to be able to have a clear shot at anything that's going to try and get to that loot counter. Just be like, no, it's mine. It's my loot counter. So that's pretty much it there for me. We'll go ahead and we'll go to Undead. Yeah, Undead turn 1. So obviously Tom can see that I'm pushing my left flank, his right flank, so he's going to try and slow me down a little bit. Those 2 Forest Shambler units up there in front, he knows that they are semi-hard hitting. I mean, they're probably the hardest hitting I have in my army besides my cavalry, being crushing strength 1. But he knows that those things can tie things up for a while and it can really gum up a whole side. So at this point, he's weighing his options. He's trying to think, should he even bother as far as, pushing up the middle? And should he try and focus on those 2 loot counters? So he's definitely, we were talking off camera and stuff, and he's definitely thinking about pushing those wraiths up there and trying to slow me down, trying to bottleneck me in between those two forests, which would have worked really well, except that I think he only had that one unit of wraiths there. I think if he'd had 2 units hitting at that same time, he would have easily bottlenecked me. But still, at the 1 unit there, though, it's going to slow me down a little bit. And surprisingly enough, I understand he was keeping his army close together because that's what you want to do with the undead, so that way you don't, you don't lose that surge bubble and stuff like that. But I was surprised at how much synergy he had with his units and how close he kept them together and how much he supported them. He did a great job. So brought those zombies up on top of the hill. That was a good move on his part because it should have worked. It was good tactically, to try and push the issue on that flank there and make me think about which direction we would face my shamblers. All right, we got a little bit of combat.
Yeah, a little combat.
A little bit of combat.
That's
you gotta
cool.
like it.
Yeah.
Some wraith action there.
Yeah, just kind of moved everything up. Trying to counter this flank a little bit. Pushing a little bit over here, see if I can come around. See if we can swing the table a little bit. Yeah, race went in. Pretty happy with those guys.
Yeah.
Didn't know what else to do with them. And figured I could bottleneck them a little bit over here.
Yeah, I mean, defense 6.
Yeah.
It's going to hurt a little bit trying to
Slow
get through
down.
them, so. For sure.
Nothing too exciting.
Got a couple wounds on him there. Hopefully I can bring him back. We'll see. Yeah. Got a little worried though. Rolled a 10 on the dice, and yeah, that rolled a little hot there. So.
Yeah. That green lady there. So.
Yeah, the green lady's there, and plus they're inspired by Argus, so we're good. So we'll go ahead and go to turn 2. So at the start of this turn, I have that loot counter in sight. I charge back in, and I flank charge with my other unit of 4 shamblers. I want to get rid of those wraiths. Just so you guys are aware, we know that obviously they're not large infantry, that they are, in fact, wraiths are regular size models. It's a troop. But the thing is, the wraiths actually, the base sizes are really close to what a troop would be. So we're not using the height of the wraiths, or of the Vargeist. Obviously, we're just using the base size. And the base size is pretty close. So anyway, so I flank the forest shamblers. I flank with the forest shamblers, and I want to get rid of those wraiths. I want to keep him from bottlenecking me on that left flank there. I grab the objective with Hunters of the Wild, and I have those cav there just as support. I'm going to pull the Hunters of the Wild back is what I want to do, and I want those forest shamblers to hold and just kind of make a good line, a good shield wall there for my Hunters of the Wild so they can get out of there. And then the cavs there just for support, just in case something breaks through. At this point, though, I'm also thinking, he's pushing a lot on my right flank. I only have a unit of Stormwind Cav over there, so I need to thinking about committing something else, maybe those Tall Spears over to that side, and I need to give those that Cav a little bit of support. The archers are doing great holding down the middle. I need to get rid of those zombies, and in fact I do. I put 12 wounds on them. I needed 3s to hit because I had Brooke Keen Eye, and then I gave them Bane Chance, so I needed anything but a 1 in rolling to wound to take them out. So an 11 was rolled on their nerve, so they were gone. I really needed that to help on the middle of the board there. So trying to divide his army a little bit, and it's working to a certain extent. Got rid of those wraiths, and then I made a mistake here. I moved up 6 inches, which I shouldn't have. I should have just kept them back to hold the line. Turn 2.
Turn 2.
It turned out well for me over here. Those wraiths, I flank charged them with the shamblers, which I had to.
I had 4 wounds, like 3 rounds, and then the 4th round he comes in with like this massive fire. Wipe him out. So.
Yeah, I was worried, man. If they couldn't have taken out
that last
the
roll
troop,
saved you.
I know it did. I needed that flank. Yeah. I needed it. So did that over there. Got rid of them. Shot the zombies. Did not think that was. I thought that was going to take me 2 turns.
I probably should have.
Yeah, I mean, rolling an 11 on the break. They had 12 wounds. Statistically, they should have lasted 2 turns.
Yeah.
But that's the
roll under a 10 on 2 dice.
Yeah. Other than that, though, I mean, that's what's dead now. So I have the loot counter over here. Loot counter in the middle is way open for contestation. And then obviously over there, I don't know if I have a chance to get that one. So we'll go ahead and go to Undead turn 2. Turn 2 for the Undead. This turn, was definitely going to hurt. I didn't see the flank there with the Revenants flanking into the Shamblers. That's why I said earlier that I shouldn't have moved my other Forest Shambler unit up. I wanted to consolidate to keep them up with the other Forest Shambler unit. Didn't think I was going to consolidate 6 inches, and so I moved them right up there. The downside is that put me in range for that flank charge from the Revenants, so that definitely hurt. And then he charged and he multi-charged with the 2 mummy units into 1 Forest Shambler unit, and then he front charged with the infantry, the Soul Reaver infantry. So he's really hammering that left flank there. He's got 4 units against my 2 units. 1's on the flank. It's not looking good for me on that side. I still have that loot counter though. My Hunters of the Wild are probably getting a little antsy over there. That side definitely hurt. He's moving up on his on the other side, on my right flank, his left flank. He's Tom's moving up methodically, and I know what he's doing. He's going to do the strength in numbers. He's going to, just continue to push that side there until he has more units on that side than I do, which he already does. But he wants to have 3 units against 2 or 4 units against 2. That's how the best strategy for taking out that side. And I couldn't let him do that. I just could not let him do that. So I would have to charge and trying to work that out and work that whole right flank out. He was able to kill those Forest Shamblers, which hurt, and then just continue to pummel the other Forest Shambler unit. Luckily, I had Inspiring on them. All right, end of turn 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Came in there, just
Yeah, you did.
See what they have, test them out. So charged here with the Revenants on the flank of the
Shamblers.
Yep. Did pretty good. They didn't roll so well the last half. They rolled well to hit. They couldn't move anything.
Yeah, they rolled really well to hit. They rolled like 1-5 when it came to 1.
Yeah, it wasn't
So
very
it was good that you brought your
Soul Reaver infantry. They came in there.
They came in under right
They wrecked the
face.
house. We're very happy with those guys. Those guys are awesome.
Yeah, the Soul Reaver infantry is amazing.
Yeah.
Those guys are good.
Mummies came in, did 8 wounds. That's pretty good.
I think
I'll take that actually.
I think they did.
For 3
Yeah,
attacks, I mean, not too shabby.
I think they did really well.
Definitely good on those guys.
Definitely.
And they're not really a punchy unit. They're more of a
yeah,
anvil.
yeah, definitely. I agree.
Moved everything up here. Just coming, trying to push the side a little bit. He's pushing that side, so I should push this side.
Right.
Make him
Right.
see what he's doing. See if he can separate his force a little bit.
Oh man, I don't like it. I don't like it. All right, we'll see what happens. Top of 3. So it definitely hurt losing that Forest Shambler unit, although I knew I was going to lose something on that side of the board. I'm hoping that the other Forest Shamblers can hold it down over there. He's really pushing that side over there. So I need to figure out a way to balance that out. So what I end up doing, first of all, I gotta heal those guys. So it's definitely one of the first things I have to do. But as far as movement and charging goes, I was able to charge his Soul Reaver infantry with my Cav, and I countercharged into the forest. I guess I moved my unit over and countercharged the unit on the left, the mummy unit on my left, on his right. So that way I could pull my unit aside and then actually hit with my Cav into his Soul Reaver infantry. Unbeknownst to me, and I think he forgot to remind me, is that he had moved his Revenant unit, he had re-pivoted them so that they would have actually blocked it. I forgot about that, and he forgot to mention it when we were doing stuff. It was not mentioned till later on, like, a couple minutes later in the game. And it was like, well, it was a little too far in the game at that point to try and backtrack. So we just kind of let the action stand, because he didn't move the unit, and I had forgotten and he had forgotten, so we just kind of let it be. Pretty aggressive on the right side here. I charged with my Stormwind Cav at his mummies, and I charged my Tall Spears in to his Revenants. I have to start addressing this right flank, otherwise he is just going to pummel these 2 units, take the objective, and then start pushing the middle with those extra units, because he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units over here. So I have to start addressing that side as well. And especially, keeping Tom busy is a good thing. So I'm debating here. I took out the mummies with my Cav, and I'm hoping that I can get out of their flank arc. I can't do it by moving, so I decided to actually consolidate forward. And I actually moved just out. I think I rolled like a 4, something like that, or no, 5. So I moved within an inch of the Wraiths, and was able to barely stay out of the mummy's charge arc, which was awesome. So that definitely put me in good position there. I was expecting to get charged by the wraiths from them, so trying to do some damage on the revenants. My tall spears did great. They put like 12 wounds on them, but revenants are awesome, so they held. Those revenants on the board up there, I'm gonna shoot at them. I think I put another 12 wounds, 10 or 12 wounds on those revenants up there on the hill. Same thing, they held, but I'm trying to batter those hordes, those sticky hordes that he has. I was able to take out the Soul River infantry when I charged him with the cav. I had to do that as well, and then I had to readjust my dudes so that way I could, either, I guess, focus on taking or stopping a flank from either the revenants or the mummies. So this turn was pivotal for me. It really helped out that I got aggressive on both sides of the board and used units together. All right, so a little carnage that turn.
Yeah.
That turn went. The thing is, though, like, I did some damage, but I'm not out of the woods at all. Like, you still have some stuff that can contest and hold things. So, let's see. Over here, we had, what was it, a mummy unit?
Yeah, mummy unit.
Mummy unit got killed by Stormwind Cav. In the middle here, my tall spears charged in, did 12 wounds. That was freaking phenomenal. Was not expecting that. Shot at the revenants and did 12 wounds there. Of course, the revenants, so they're going to hold off 12. My Stormwind Cav charged into your infantry, took them out, and then nothing from the Shamblers. They did a couple wounds, nothing really over there. So, yeah, much different. Much different. I guess we will go ahead and see where this is going to go. Bottom of 3.
Yeah.
So this turn for him is really, it's beyond crunch time. He's got to get rid of the unit that's controlling my loot counter. He's got to get rid of the side over there, my Shamblers and my Cav, because he's got to bust through that side so that he can get to the fort or to the Hunters of the Wild. Instead of charging into my Cav, he actually jumps over with the Wraiths. Great move. I didn't see that coming. I thought he was going to try and slow the Cav down, hold him in place so that he could flank with the mummies next turn. He doesn't end up doing that. He flies over with the Wraiths and tries to put some pressure on my archers. So still a good move for sure. I didn't see that coming. So at this point, I think he's trying to crush everything that I have left and really take away my momentum. Because my army definitely has momentum right now. Killed some big units, so he's definitely trying to take that away from me. All right, so yeah, the undead coming back.
Not really. Charged in over here, did 6 wounds.
Yep.
Not too bad.
Yep.
I rolled like.
Oh man, you rolled pretty bad this whole round.
Yeah, the whole round. Yeah, really bad.
You were consistent in rolling crap.
Yeah, so not so good there. Got the race over the knights.
Yep.
Come around with a flank here maybe.
Yep.
Charge here should have went better again.
Yeah, that was
like a 3 on leadership.
Yeah. You gotta love rolling 3s on leadership. Yeah.
So did 8 wounds.
Those revenants, man.
Probably should have went better.
I don't know about blessing of the gods on them. I'll tell you what. Maybe sharpness? No, because you gave sharpness to the infantry. Yeah. I don't know.
They did just fine. Just rolled terribly.
Yeah. They rolled pretty bad.
Yeah.
Rolled pretty bad.
I mean, 4s and 4s. What, 25 attacks? That should be 6 wounds. I did like 2.
Mm-hmm.
So way below average.
Yeah.
That's all Master 4 is average.
Oh my gosh.
Over here, same thing. Came in there. Should have done better.
Yeah.
Rolled pretty bad. Did a couple wounds though. And then he rolls like a
did some
3 for leadership for nerve. So just not a good round.
Yeah.
Had some good plays though.
Just the way the dice go. Yeah, that was good. I liked it. Good plays. Luckily, the dice gods, the dice gods were looking in my favor that turn. So, all right, we'll go ahead and go on to top of turn 4. So it was pretty apparent what I had to do. I had to get my Hunters of the Wild out of there. Being limited to speed of 5 definitely hurts. Of course, my guys are only speed 6, so it's not like it's a whole lot more. But yeah, that extra inch makes a difference. So I'm trying to hold that left flank with with my Forest Shamblers. He had charged him with the Pharaoh and with the unit mummies. So I ended up countercharging his Pharaoh. I figured, why not? Let's take out the Pharaoh instead, or try and take out the Pharaoh instead of the mummies. The mummies are fearless. The Pharaoh is not. He has like a 15-17 break. So there's a chance of wavering as opposed to, I think it's Fearless 14. I just figured it'd be more bang for my buck. Either way, I don't really think it would make too much of a difference which one, but I felt like I had to take the Pharaoh out first. Had to heal some units, had to heal the Forest Shamblers with the Green Lady over there. Pivoted my archers to take out the Wraiths, that immediate threat. I had to move my Stormwind Cav, had to zoom them across the board to get out of the charge arc of the mummies. I didn't want to get tied up. I did not want to get tied up in any way. I did not want to turn face and take a charge from them. Even though it would have been too bad, it would have tied them up for the rest of the game. I was trying to use them, or trying to keep them fresh for later in the game. And then I had to charge back in and take out the Revenants with the Tall Spears. Alright, turn 4 got bloody again. Shot the Wraiths. So the Wraiths are dead.
Yeah.
Took out the Revenants.
It's just brutal.
Yeah, elites.
So stupid.
Elites.
It's so stupid.
Rough. Cav ran away. Bravely, mind you.
Yeah.
That Cav, wow.
That's all I gotta say.
Wow. They took out those Revenants. I can't believe that. And then my Shamblers that don't have elite
Did almost nothing.
did almost nothing. They did 3 wounds. Yeah. Crazy how that works.
It's amazing.
Crazy how that works, huh? So, the battlefield is looking a little more sparse now. I think you have range, right? Are they 10? They're 10, right?
Yeah.
And you have range from your middle dude, right?
It's pretty close.
Pretty close. Okay, we'll have to look at
Might be
it.
a dice off or something.
Yeah. This has been an interesting game.
Yeah.
It's
Definitely.
been very interesting, to say the least. So we'll go ahead and go to bottom of turn 4. So he was just trying to take out one more unit before we ended the game. He's trying to take out the Cav. Nerve tests, though, was not able. I think I had a double nerve test to do, and they ended up living. So that was the end of the game. There's a good game handshake. So there it is. So, yeah.
Yeah. I called it. Just getting housed. So.
Bottom of turn 4,
Yeah.
victory for the Elves. Yeah, that was weird, man. That was a weird game. You had some bad rolls, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, terrible.
You may have to burn one of your dice.
Just awful. Yeah. I think I played well. Good army list.
Yeah, I like
my first time playing them, so.
I like the mummies.
Yeah. Not bad.
I didn't think I'd like the troops of them, but they're just everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's like they're like a sticky troop.
Yeah, they're not bad.
So it's almost like I can't be like, oh, I'll just do this and take care.
Yeah.
No, I've got to like devote something that can hit them. Like I have to devote a unit of Cav to
That's
your
what I was
troop.
thinking. Yeah.
You know, and that
'Cause
sucks.
You can't do like a little one hit. I mean, you really got to hammer into them.
Yeah, you gotta you gotta hope to God that they break.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
so
it's
it's
just a
regen in the
target.
back and it's target.
Yeah, and you're done. You're done. Especially with Cav, you're just done if you hit and you don't break. Yeah, definitely. The Pharaoh, never would have thought about using him.
Yeah. I think everything did what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
My dice just didn't do what they needed to do.
Yeah. The Revenants, I mean, they are what they are, man. I know you were talking off camera about dropping the 1 defense and giving them crushing strength.
4 defense. I mean, 4 or 5. That's not too bad. Giving them crush strength would make them pack a little more punch. Something to look into.
But I don't know, man. Their 5s are gross. Like it's really difficult when
That's
that's
trying is 5 across the board.
Yeah.
5 or 6s.
Zombies. The zombies are weird, man. You look at them. They do a lot of attacks. They're very high
130
grade.
points. I was
And
like
they're
130
cheap.
points.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And that's the thing.
And they probably
They're
should have done
weird,
better. I mean,
Yeah,
the
you-
odds
yeah.
getting shot off.
though. In one turn, yeah.
One
exactly.
turn. I thought
That
they
was-
should have made 2.
That was some bad dice rolling there. So they got 12 wounds. That was great on my
Yeah,
on
no,
my
like
part.
24 or something.
But then, yeah.
20.
20 shots, man.
Yeah.
Only missed 8. So of course I only needed 2s to wound.
Yeah.
Because I gave him Bane Chant,
Chant.
which was probably overkill. But
And he has a lead.
yeah, and I have a lead.
We talked about that.
Yeah. So what do you think? This is kind of where my list has gone with the Shamblers and stuff, and trying to give them a little bit more holding power. What do you think about the Shamblers?
They're okay. Yeah. I mean, the forest stuff, that definitely helped you.
Yeah.
Stackable forest over there.
Yeah.
You just got free reign.
Yeah.
It was pretty nice. I almost had you bottlenecked for a second.
That was probably, I know it was early in the game, but that was probably the turning point. Like when you got those wraiths there. If you'd have stuck the very beginning,
Oh yeah, that
it
would
would've
have swung the whole game.
The whole thing would have been downhill for you and would have been
The zombies,
crap
the
for
first
you.
turn, just losing the race and the zombies. Wasn't expecting it. Maybe the race, I was like, yeah, it could happen. The zombies, I was like, no way.
I had to get rid of them.
No
man.
chance.
I had to get rid of them because just the way you were pushing that side, I was like, oh crap, he's gonna slow me down. He's gonna tar pit me.
Yeah, I was
Just-
trying.
But I need to hit and just move on. Hit and move on. I cannot get stopped. And because then we saw what happened when the forest shamblers get tar pitted down by the mummies and
Yeah.
the pharaoh. I mean, it's gonna be their all game. Yeah.
I don't know, something different. Try some undead. Mix it up a little bit. Try a different army.
Nice to see the undead on the board again.
I like playing different armies. I don't rely on the league all the time. Like some people. Can't win with another army.
So yeah, what do you think about the two Stormwind Cav?
They're okay. They didn't do much. I mean, these guys, what did they kill? A mummy unit?
Yes, they did. They killed the mummy unit.
So they didn't make their points back at all, and then they fled the mummies.
Yeah, they got scared. Ran
They
away.
did get scared.
They
The
got
other one
scared.
did okay, just because I rolled awfully.
Yeah, they did good. They did good. That other unit definitely made their points back.
Yeah, they did.
So they did pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. Different army. Thanks for letting me play your guys.
Yeah,
Try them
and
out.
Thanks
Try a
for
different army.
thanks for bringing the undead back on the board and
See how they play.
giving them
I like building lists. I like trying different armies.
giving them a new lease on life. So cool. Well, I'm gonna try and finish actually buying my models for my elves, so I actually have a completed army. So the Brotherhood have done good. I like them, but I want to at least have one done so we can play a tournament. You know,
Yeah, that'd be
tournament
alright.
coming up. So I would like to at least have one that is completely done before I start investing more money into the Brotherhood. So get the Brotherhood on the board.
I mean, you're pretty close. What do you need, really?
For
just
this?
the shamblers.
I just need the Forest Shamblers. That, and then I am probably gonna change one of the archers around to actually be tall
Tall
spears.
spears. So, yeah. Make them look very
So-
hard.
Right. So I need just some Shamblers and tall spears, and that's really about it. You know, I use my old elves for the other Stormwind caveat.
Yeah, which is fine.
I think it works. Yeah. I know. I think you're supposed to have 60% or something. So maybe I'll get
He's got
online.
50, so he can use a model.
Yeah, so maybe I'll get online and buy two more Dragon Princes is what they are.
Yeah.
And that way you can differentiate the units too by looking at them, and I think it's a better model. No offense, Mantic, but come on. These guys are
GW.
cool, but
GW's got them all.
yeah,
marked.
GW's, yeah,
Best
definitely.
models around. Just way pricey.
They are. They're expensive. Luckily, maybe I can get on eBay and get two of them. So. Cool, man.
Good
Well, yeah, good game. Hopefully you guys liked it. We're going to try and get this out before the end of the weekend. So that way you guys have something. I know it's been a couple weeks since we released anything out. And then we're going to try and have one ready to go next weekend.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
keep it going. All right, guys. Have a good night.